hello. Hi. Welcome to the stream. How we doing? How we doing? Hopefully we're doing well. It's I've only reacted live to Sturniolo Triple Podcast 1. And I don't know, I want to do it again because it was fun the first time. I've just been busy. So I just haven't been streaming on Mondays or something. But I was like, yo, let's fucking watch the pod. So that's literally why I'm here. So, yep. So we're gonna watch today's new podcast because I think it'd be fun. Why not? Yeah. So that'll probably mean I won't watch on Wednesday, their new Wednesday. Friday, I will watch both the Wednesday. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe, and let's just fucking get into it. Yeah. Cut the cameras podcast. Our worst injuries. Let's see how that goes. I can't believe this is already podcast number 4.
Good morning, campers. Welcome back to the Cut the Camera podcast.
I still love being called campers. It's like fun and like funky that they do that. Love it.
I am Nicholas Sturniolo. Hello and good evening. I am Matthew Sturniolo. Hi guys. It's Chris. I just realized I don't even have my headphones on. Neither do I. But so I gotta put them on. Since you didn't have yours on, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna put mine on. I've had mine on. I'm prepared. And I'm ready
anyways,
to go.
We love the
Cut Camera
preparedness.
podcast today. We're gonna be talking about childhood story times, but the first little subcategory in that is we're gonna be talking about injuries that we've experienced through our childhood. And I think that it's only right to have Matt start this off because he's hurt himself many more times than me and Chris, as we'll get into right now.
God damn, that's actually one surprising because I don't know. That's just so surprising because I feel like there's so many clips on YouTube of like Chris hurting himself. So that's gonna be interesting. Though also, you learn when you're a kid, as an adult. But also, I like have never had any serious injuries. Like I was terrified of breaking a bone. Like the closest thing I did was like do a handstand against a fence, and like scrape my knee against that, and then big gash. And that was bad, but like that's about it.
Yes.
Okay, very interested.
Hold on. I'm gonna get our little
notes.
Stay on track list. Sorry, I'm mixing up my words already. All right, the first injury that I got was a golf club to the head, and I don't think I've ever told this story before on the.
How? Okay, I know he's gonna get into it, but how the fuck? Unless someone hate you.
Internet, I might have like. Really? Yeah. I feel like this is the most major story to tell. I agree. So this is gonna be like a big chunk. Like we're gonna talk about it for a minute. I think this one. I think I might have dabbled before, but this is the first time we're like getting into it. Dabbled is such a weird word to use. It's also injuries are so weird, dude. I agree. But so strange. Well, I don't know. I agree with you because like my biggest fear, like I want to preface this by saying like my biggest fear in the world is being like severely injured. Like
same. Like same. God, I feel like the more I learn about Nick, the more I'm like, we share more than just basically first name. We have like the gender swapped of each other. Nicole and Nicholas are literally like the gender swapped of our names. That's also very crazy to me. I'm like so I relate to Nick a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Afraid of like bleeding and just
I hate blood. I fucking hate blood. I hate blood so much. I also hate needles. I don't go to the doctor.
Exposed, like trigger warning for all that. This episode. Trigger warning for everything. It won't even be that bad though. It's just simple. So when we were in 4th grade, I had a teacher, and on every single half day Wednesday, it was do your own homework. like you got to like just pick an assignment and you just got to do whatever, and then like you'd go into class. It was kind of just like show and tell, because like people would just pick like what their favorite thing was, and they were like, oh, this is what I'm gonna make my homework, and then just show everyone.
But
honestly,
it was just super dangerous.
no, it was a terrible idea. That like you were like passionate about stuff outside of school. I think it was like
That's a good idea.
I remember one of our friends did jumping over a tire,
like in theory,
and like almost hurt himself. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. I just remember like what so off topic, but like the fourth grade teacher.
Yeah, I hate blood because I don't like dealing with it. I'm a woman, therefore dealing with nightmare. I don't like. Also, like it's creepy to look at. I don't like blood. I don't. I really. And like I can't explain why, but just looking at it like makes me feel. It's not supposed to be out of my body, except the one time a month it's technically supposed to be out of my body.
Like that year of having that class, like we did like the do your own homework like so often that like I went into that school year like knowing my times tables, and I left like forgetting them all. Like I genuinely like feel like that was like the
No, I genuinely feel like just like knowing the basics of your times table is so important. Though also I was traumatized by my Chinese mother for. So that's also why, but like important.
The least I learned in any school year like my entire life was fourth grade.
I love fourth grade.
Yeah, you had a different teacher. So it was do your own homework, and I was sitting at home building Legos in front of the couch, and that was my homework. So I was Was I recording myself? I don't think I was recording.
You were recording stuff. You were making
pictures. I had to make like this structure and then take a picture of it, and then like I would like go into school and I was gonna talk about the structure that I made for my homework.
What is Legos?
Yeah, so I was building the Legos, and our older brother Justin.
I don't know why, but it makes so much sense. That was a little Lego kid.
Who is a golf connoisseur, I'll say, was practicing his putting in the living room with a golf club, obviously, because that's what you'd use. And he put the golf ball into a cup, and the cup was right near where I was. So he gets it into the cup, and then he flips the cup in the air, and then he goes to hit the cup with the golf club, and I don't know if he hit the cup. I don't know what happened.
I think he hit the cup, but he also hit the side of your head at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
So it was like both things.
Huh? Okay. That's crazy. I used to play golf a little when I was a kid, though mainly because I think like here you can play as well. So like I would just fucking called like the driving, fucking hit them as far as you can. I tried my best. I was never good at it. I don't like golf. It's boring. Though I like driving golf carts.
Been at the exact same time. Yeah, so I got a golf club to this.
Also, sup guys? It's been a while. Clearly I've changed my content. Don't think I haven't.
Side of my head right here for all those visually watching. So I got hit right
visually watching as opposed to visually listening, or
I
what?
guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, because like they also have it on like not YouTube.
But I got hit in the side of the head right here with a golf club. Went to the hospital, and that was like we need to talk about that for a split second.
I agree. I like reacting. I think it's fun. Thank you. I don't know what else to say other than thank you. I'm not good at talking, even though I've apparently made it my.
I wonder what the odds are of people getting hit by golf clubs. Like, how many people do? Dude, how many golf club
genuinely
injury
terrifying. Like, I just remember Matt's like shriek of fear was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was.
Cause like I feel like a golf club could fucking kill you if you hit like someone hard enough with the golf club. Which is why I didn't want to say when they first, but I was genuinely thinking, how is Matt alive? Huh? How hard was he hit in the head? Because, like, for some people, if it's, like, a full energy swing, that could be a big gash in the side of your head. Just saying.
Bleeding profusely out of your head. Out of the side it was genuinely, like, terror. Like, I had never experienced before. It was so scary. I remember I was, like, just a room over, and Matt was, like...
See? Exactly. You know what?
Like, screaming, like, bloody murder. Like, it was
I
terrifying.
would scream.
That was right.
I would scream if I was 2 houses down and heard this. It's fucking wild.
Next to him. I was in the fucking...
Low-key, when I would play golf, my biggest fear was, one, either hitting someone or being hit by someone. or hitting myself, which is I think why I never got a good swing. I would always be afraid that to stop around your neck. What if I just didn't stop and took my head off? That was a big fear of mine as a kid. Why I think I was held back. My golfing skills were never realized. Afraid I would decapitate myself. I fear everything. This is why I fear blood. You think of me who someone is not afraid of blood when I think I'm going to accidentally Yeah. Broke your chin on a slide? Why does everyone hurt themselves? The fuck? I have no substantial at all. I cannot think of a substantial injury. Other than maybe falling off a bike. No, I could have been Tiger Woods if I wasn't afraid of decapitating. That was the moral of the story.
God, don't even tell me that.
I was, bro.
I really I don't want to get
talking about this on my feet.
I don't want to get into
out
details because it is nasty, but I could. No,
we don't.
I
I
can't talk about it because my feet are in.
Yeah, no, we don't have to,
my feet are out, so it's since I don't have shoes on, I feel way less secure. So my feet hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got hit in the head with the golf club, and my
fearing slides is very normal, especially after I don't know, having a traumatic injury.
Mom was at a school meeting because she works at the schools with at the schools in our city, so she was wherever
I was out and about.
Yeah, she was out at some meeting. Me, Nick, and Chris didn't have phones yet, and
yeah, it's 4th grade.
So weird, bro. Not having a phone.
I know, and we only had.
I don't think I got a first phone until I was in 5th grade, and it was my mom's old not flip phone, but it's where you it is under it. And I only got that in 5th grade because I had to start going to class by myself, and if I don't know, I got kidnapped, I could call my mom. But I don't think I got a smartphone until 6th grade, and it was still my mom's old phone.
We had the 2 cars because I don't think Justin had his license at the time either.
Either way, we got to the hospital.
So yeah, my dad he drove me to the hospital in the car with 2 towels wrapped around my head, and I was in his lap while he was driving. He drove me to the hospital.
There are slide museums. Actually, okay. There a robot in the house? I don't think you heard that, but I heard something that sounded like Siri. So I think my upstairs neighbor has an electric sometimes. Anyways, they have slide museums. In Canada, we have canoe museums. What the fuck is a slide museum?
I don't think there was parking right there, so he kind of dropped me off with I think Justin and one of you guys.
No, he definitely went in with you.
I can't tell if you guys are kidding or not. You are the people who tried to convince me that Cracker is 7 feet tall. No, it's not true. You can't lie to me. I know the jig is up. It's also a 2-year-old joke. We can't bring it back. I don't believe a word you guys.
For sure. Abandon the car or something. I remember running into the hospital by myself.
No,
he carried me in, but then he put me down on the ground.
God, I have to hold my head to keep it stable because it hurt.
He carried me into the hospital. He put me down on the ground, and then I ran over to the lady, and then I remember the lady.
It is though. It has been 2 years. Crazy.
And my dad started getting into a screaming match because it was quite clear that I was
bleeding out of your head,
very immense danger, and she was trying to put the hospital bracelet on my hands first, asking for insurance, trying to get me on a scale, and my dad was like, "You need to cut the fucking
scale's
shit."
Important, honestly.
Scale was important to see how much blood I lost.
Don't even
say
that. Don't even say
yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. They weigh you when you. I haven't been to a hospital probably since I was born. That's not the point. They weigh you when you lose a lot of blood to find out how much blood you lost. That's fucking nuts. I probably haven't after I was born, but no memories of going to hospital. Hey,
it's important.
But yeah, so I went on. So I was on the scale, weighed me, whatever, and then I got put onto a bed, brought into a room. You need to keep going, but I'm disgusted.
I fully agree with Nick. I hate being I don't know why I chose them talking about injuries to be the podcast I listen to again on stream. I fucking hate listening to like people talk about like injuries and like pain and blood. I like it stresses me out because there's also like a part of me that feels like I can feel it, and I don't like that.
Brought into a room, and then I
then fixed up.
Yeah, so
I remember I didn't have shit
the
on.
blue
Like I was in my undies and I didn't even have feet, like shoes on,
I
socks
didn't
on.
even have feet.
I meant shoes or
Yeah.
socks on. Like my feet, like I was barefoot.
I just had shorts on. I'm pretty sure.
I was just in underwear when I got in the car and
No,
like
I
in the
remember
hospital.
Matt, like,
I was sitting in the emergency room, like literally just in underwear.
Yeah. No, I
like,
remember I was like,
hours.
I was never the
I was gonna say, why would you bring the other two? Like, but also like, what? What? That's crazy. That like Chris is like barely wearing anything. I get Matt because he's like dying. Welcome, welcome for being early. But like, how? How? What? Why would you bring the other two? They're like in fourth grade. They can take care of themselves at home. Same with like, or like Justin could like their older brother could babysit them or something. I don't think you need all the kids at the hospital. Also, I feel like they all want to make sure that their. I guess it makes sense to bring them. I don't know.
type to walk around like just underwear. So I had like my long pajamas on, my shirt. I definitely didn't put shoes on. So then I got my they told my dad that I'm pretty sure they told my dad that there was like a
Do you have notifications on? Who knows? I also don't know how to fix that. I mean, I think if you join the Discord, it adds everyone when I go live, so that also works.
1% chance I live. It was like
what? Not one.
it was like it was like he's like
You're not that much.
What? What's Rumble? I don't know what that is, but no. So that's the answer.
Much of a miracle.
No, they basically said, it's
I'm pretty
either
sure it's
either
thing.
since it was 2 centimeters away from my temple, it was like 90% like he's dead or he's gonna be eating out of a tube for the rest of his life.
Oh
so
my god.
the odds of me literally doing this still are kind of like
genuinely
miracle
I
odds.
remember like mom and dad were keeping it so together when they were like talking to us.
This is literally what I mean by how the fuck did Matt not die? He got like so lucky, but like also not because like he got hit in the fucking head, but could have been worse.
But like genuinely, that was the closest to death
any of us have ever been.
No, like for real near death experience.
No, like so beyond for real.
Yeah.
They do have great hair, all of them.
So
like so seriously.
So
almost
scary to think almost
about.
got if it was they said that if it was 2 centimeters closer to my temple, I'd literally be dead. So
or paralyzed
or eating out of a tube for the rest of my life.
Him for some reason. He's too strong, lots of blood. He got so lucky. I know, that's crazy. It's also crazy when you also find out that their house caught on fire. So they could have almost died in multiple situations. I know, like they've talked about their fire story before, and like none of them were like in the fire, but they were still in the house when the fire. Like, damn, that's crazy. Like they could have technically, well, at least Matt could have died in like two situations. The other is, but that is. I don't like to think about that. About how like if things were a little different, better like paralyzed type situation.
Yeah, those are the odds.
Oh my god.
But I'm good.
Well, I'm happy you're
able
and then
to
I
eat
got,
and alive and
me too.
I got
oh my god.
I got
Yay! I'm glad things are working.
16 stitches.
Oh.
16.
And this is like way past the line. I told Nick and Chris this like I think 2 years ago, but after the whole like hospital thing and all that stuff and what was going on, I had like a dream like 4 to 5 years
no, this
later.
shit genuinely like
Horrifying. Not
well,
horrifying,
like,
but it's like wow.
supernatural.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah. So like 4 to 5 years later, I didn't know the full story with shit that was going on, like
Because you were
with
bleeding
who
out of
was
your head.
where, what was going on.
well, yeah, because obviously
I was on the operating table with a fucking like towel over my head and shit
Mhm.
going on. So I didn't know what was going on, and then I had this dream like 4.5 years later, and it was like, you know how the Home Goods commercial is the best way to put it.
I
where
love
it's like,
talking about this Home Goods commercial.
so it's like
What?
the house is cut in half, and it's like you're looking at the outside of the house or whatever. So it's like, imagine like you're looking.
Dude, best example is the Taylor Swift albums, bro.
She got like I've
Yeah, the
seen like on
house.
my For You page because she's everywhere. She
Yeah,
has
same.
like this
Literally
like
same.
house or whatever, and it's like each of like the rooms in her house is like an album. It's just like the Home Goods commercial, but basically it's like if you took a house and you
I
split it
love like none of them, unless like Nick is being converted, because I'm slowly being converted by. I always like Taylor Swift, but not like a lot. But like, damn, I love Nick just bringing in like a Swifty thing. Bad Blood. I mean, he was losing a lot of blood.
completely down the middle,
Imagine-
and it took
okay,
the front half of the
imagine you
house
put a
off, and you
drone-
could see in from the front.
Imagine you put a drone
on top of this hospital that I was getting operated on. Put the drone about
I'm so depressed Taylor's not coming. Got it a lot. She's going everywhere except Canada. Got it a lot. Well, not everywhere, but she's going to a lot of places except Canada, and I'm depressed.
50 feet to 75 feet in the air, took the roof off of the entire hospital, and you could just look in at what's going on in the hospital and the entire layout.
Honestly, same. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing without. It's purely because they've gotten me through a lot of bad situations, and like if fucking Matt would have died or something, that would be insane. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Also, I wonder if like Nick and Chris would just do YouTube without Matt. It's crazy.
From like 75 feet above.
Yeah.
That's like the point of view from the dream that I had, and I woke up from this dream and I told Nick and Chris like,
is this like years later or during your
years later,
little-
like 4 years later.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
So it's
yeah,
like,
like
Mhm.
come on.
so,
I
like-
thought we were in the past.
No, yeah, because that happened in 4th grade. I think I was in like, no, it was honestly way later. It was like freshman year of high school. Like
5 years.
yeah,
10.
like
10?
10?
Oh, I
Fourth
forgot 7th and 8th
oh
grade.
wow, yeah. So way later. So I had this dream, and I was like, Chris was walking down this hallway with whoever's shoes. It's kind of like foggy to me now. I remember I said shit clearly.
No,
but
but
I
it
was
was just
like,
so funky because
They're the Sturniolo. Get with the program. They're great. They're also going on tour, and very depressed about that as well.
every single thing that Matt told me and Chris about like this dream that he had about that day, me and Chris recall happening. Like he was talking
Yeah.
about how like
And,
we
like,
didn't
Matt
have shoes
obviously
on,
didn't
and he was talking
know.
about how like we didn't have phones, so we were like watching TV and like reading magazines in the waiting room, and like
Matt was
what
just
my older
remembering
brother
shit
was
that he
doing.
shouldn't have remembered.
That I wasn't
yeah,
a part
like
of.
literally
Literally not a part of. He remembered my mom finally getting in the hospital. My mom's friend who she was with, like, finally getting in the hospital, like, when
Yeah.
they got there. Like, genuine just notes of, like, so much about, like, time. And I know a lot of you are like, well, he probably found out, like, the next day. Matt was literally, like, in the hospital, like, out for, like, 24 hours. This was the worst part about it, too. And, Nick, you're gonna cringe again.
No, like I
But
genuinely
since I lost so much blood and I, like, was in that surgery for so long, they said, like, once I was, like, fine and, like, all stitched up and everything, they were like, okay, he's fine, like, he'll be okay. But in order for, like, him to literally, like, not go into, like, I don't want to, like, say the wrong
they
things.
just wanted to keep you
They
awake.
wanted to
Make
make
sure
sure
you're
I was
okay.
awake, because, like, if I fell asleep or some shit,
If
there
Matt
was,
fell asleep, he was more susceptible to like any
like,
sort of
comas,
danger.
dying,
Zane did leave One Direction. I mean, if he didn't leave,
so anything
Anything like that
crazy
could have
thing.
made the situation 10 times worse would have happened if Matt fell asleep.
So
Basically,
I basically, like, after all that shit happened, it happened at night too. So, like, when I was getting operated on, I was supposed to already be going to sleep. So I stayed asleep that whole entire night.
that's so sad. Why would anyone make you do that? Why would anyone make you read that? It's so sad. I also don't read fanfic purely because I don't like to read, but I feel like that would destroy me. I'd be crying in my room.
stayed awake that whole night, that whole next day, and the whole night after that. And then I went to bed, like, and then I went home and then, like, took a nap that other day. But I genuinely was, like,
Very evil.
fully, like, so out of it, because I was awake, just, like, looking at
it's
the
crazy
wall
what you
like
think
this,
of in
like,
4th
not.
grade because I genuinely remember like being so mad that you didn't go to school.
No, I know.
Like, I went to school and I was like, well, fuck him.
Well,
like,
I remember
he's not at school.
I remember finally getting home and like all the letters from classmates.
No, yeah, my
and
classmates
shit.
found out what happened, and they were also Matt's classmates because me and him were in the same 4th grade class. And I'm pretty sure like we literally spent like a good hour in 4th grade. Like everyone.
So you're
like,
welcome.
Everyone in 4th grade, it was like, or in my class was like making Matt like cards about. That shit's so cute.
I know.
It is so cute.
I remember in 4th grade, like during any holiday when like Target had like the $1 section of like the erasers, like the coloring pages. Like I used to like bring gifts to school like all the time. Like I just love giving to people. Like the middle school era, like Valentine's Day when you give all your classmates like little like candies. But and then shit. I had another one of those.
shit's
so fire, I had another one of those hospital.
Hey, that is so true. I do kind of Valentine's Day at like school is like fun. This is Matt. This is great. Perfect timing for that question. I can't believe they've never mentioned. It's like they've talked about like their house catching on. Not Matt almost dying. Crazy.
Hospital dreams more recently that I told Chris about like fucking like a month ago. Yeah. But like it's just weird because it's like I feel like I have them like every once in a while.
Sounds like an album, bro. Hospital dreams.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Matt's got fire hair. We love Matt. Are we creating a new Matt girly right now? Is that what's happening? I know. Shut up. It's the language that we use in fandom. Because none of us.
But no, going back to 4th grade, like giving.
Yeah, everyone dies, but not like. Some people do, but not many.
Shit out. Like I remember it was like Valentine's Day, and I had like you give out Valentine's like in your class, and there was like 4 people that I was like way closer friends with than like anyone else. So I got everyone like basic Valentine's, whatever, and then I got like 4 kids like something big.
Ooh, are we creating new Sharks fans? Ayo. My few actual. I'm immortal. Well, I mean, everyone's immortal until they're and so far I haven't been proven wrong. I'm still technically immortal.
Bigger. And I remember my teacher literally sent me like the principal's off. Or not the principal's office, like wouldn't let me give them to my friends in class because I was like picking favorites. And I remember you also couldn't like give out birthday. Like honestly, it makes sense, but you couldn't give out like birthday party invitations during class if you weren't gonna invite the whole class. And that just puts so much like that's like so crazy. Like imagine how much money it costs to like throw a 4th grader a birthday party if like they have a class of 28 and like the school forces you to either like
that's a lot of money, bro.
If like in order to invite them during school you need to invite every single one of your classmates.
Remember like all of our birthday parties?
Yes.
Like, do you think you could go down the line and like list
made out of clay? I feel like if they were to replace metal of some kind. Also, I never had birthday parties, so I can't deal with that. Though I had a few friends do like Chuck E. Cheese birthday. I did an entire class. That's an expensive birthday. Like you never realize how expensive you are as you get older, and you like back and you're like, damn, doing like a birthday party for like a ton of people. That's fucking. She spelled your name wrong. Is it? How do you spell that wrong? Maybe they accidentally spelled like luck or something.
Them all? Not all of them, but I literally actually not even close.
That's crazy.
We went to jump on in the trampoline park, I think like 3 years in a row.
I remember like jump on in. I remember like Chuck E. Cheese.
I remember Chuck E. Cheese.
I remember like the painting thing.
What? Oh, Plaster Fun Time?
Yeah. Did we ever have a birthday?
I don't think that was our birthday.
Oh.
That was lit though.
That shit was so
You like
lit.
picked the ceramics.
Did we ever do like a laser tag?
I feel like we did.
No, we definitely did a laser.
No, like I don't know. I just like never birthday parties for. I don't know why. I had friends. I just never did birthday parties. Thinking about it, I really don't know why. Like genuinely, like I remember like in high school I started doing stuff and like we would do something. But like genuinely trying to think past grade 9, I can't think of like a birthday party thing I did for myself. That's crazy. There were slides.
Oh, we didn't.
No, I think we went to multiple.
Chloe had a laser
No, I think we
tag.
went to like 5 laser craze
I
birthday
think
parties.
there was like a time period like where everyone and
like the hip
everyone's
thing was to
friends
have
just
a
loved laser tag, so
yeah.
everyone's birthday that
yeah, like
year.
the thing was to like have a birthday
Well, I
party.
remember
at
one
laser
of our friends
craze.
had a laser
We
tag.
did the arcade. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Like for pre-K.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I
The one
remember.
that closed down.
I remember.
also not our birthday party, but I know what you're talking about. That was
it
someone
was
else.
I remember one of our friends
Yeah,
had a
that's right.
birthday party at like the
I feel like
laser
you
tag
remember
place.
friends'
That was
birthday party,
Dude,
more than
Monster
your own.
Mini Golf.
Like,
Mhm.
let's be
Bro,
so for real.
dude.
Monster Mini Golf was crazy.
No,
I was
Your birthday was 2 days ago. Happy belated birthday. That's crazy. I was gonna say we love birthdays. But like, yeah, damn, that's crazy. Happy birthday. Love that.
genuinely so afraid.
I remember being so devastated because one of our friends had a laser tag birthday party that we wanted to go to, and the laser tag place is 40 minutes away. But it was the middle of winter, and our minivan got stuck like with ice on the tires
don't even
and
tell
shit.
me this. I remember this
So
day.
all four, us three and our mom, were deadass just digging ice at the tires, trying to get at this laser tag birthday party for like 3 hours. And then we
got
got
there
Aw.
after they did laser tag. And they're like, well, you can still have cake. I'm like, fuck cake. Like, I was here to.
I was so
Mhm.
upset.
God, that's just a nightmare.
I've also been to a laser tag birthday. That was fun. I want to do laser tag again. Also, I feel like I can't remember the place we went to because I think but also I need to find a laser tag place. I want to go to laser tag again. That was fun. I like it.
Okay, what's the
Pool
next?
parties are lit too.
Huh?
Pool parties.
Dude,
Pool parties
A
were
classic
bro.
pool party
insane.
like in Massachusetts summertime.
Can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
Finally warm. All
Can't
the
go wrong.
pizza.
Pizza.
Capri
Dude,
Suns.
nothing
I'm
beats like
telling
that
you.
taste of like a Capri Sun.
I don't know if anyone in this chat right now is American, but is Capri Sun only in America? I feel like I've never seen it, and I've only ever heard of it. So I have no idea. I don't have laser tag in England. What the fuck? That's crazy. You have sliced.
And like a bite of pizza with like chlorine.
Oh my
on your
god.
Every stream, you'll have to pick one joke and repeat it the time. Glad today is the slide.
fingers.
No, Nate
you
would
know,
agree with me
Yeah.
and you
with
still
this
got
one
like
too,
wet
the
hands.
huggy barrels. The
Mm.
hug barrels. Oh, those are so good.
What's your
Those
like a,
shits are actually fucking nasty.
No, you're
I like them
nasty.
as a kid, but like the
You're
hug barrels are
nasty.
actually
See,
disgusting.
Wait, we have I think one American in chat. That's crazy. Wait, you're an American. That means you are technically the only one not allowed, but like has the actual capability of possibly going to the tour. Because I'm Canadian, and they said they're only going to be in the States, and I'm very depressed about it. Yeah, like I feel like every country has like squeeze pouches because like we have like Kool-Aid jammers and stuff, and it's like in packaging and stuff. Like I don't think we have Capri Suns, and if we do have Capri Suns, I've never seen them and never had them.
You gotta drink them to
Oasis
feel
is good.
childhood stuff.
No, something.
the
Sometimes
ice
when you
pops
think of like
fucking-
youth summer, give me like a little.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is going to England, and I'm so depressed. I want her to come to Canada, but of course she's going to England. She London boys. You're going to tour? Oh, have fun. What team are you on? I'm clearly rooting for. I can't go. But what team? What team?
little like summary of like the best youth summer day you
Okay,
could
I
have?
remember. Can I?
Oh,
is it cool?
Matt,
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm thinking freeze pops is what we call them. I know other people call them
Otter
otter
pops,
pops, like
fucking
None.
the whole
loser.
thing, whatever you
Freezies.
gotta say. Sure, but we call them freeze pops.
I feel like if an
it
otter.
totally
Oh,
depends
Dude,
the
people
brand
call
you
those
get.
like the craziest shit. They're like Tubby Loobies, frozen Tubby Lubes, and I'm like,
Orange. Okay, orange makes sense. That's cool. Yeah, I was like, we have England, Sweden, and well, me and one American. That's because like I know the country that I think all you guys are from. That's why I was like, I didn't know if we had Ian. Ian is Sting? I'm gonna call you Ian. I don't think you've ever mentioned. Wait, is that Lan or Ian? Fuck. I love not. I think it's L. Fuck. Lan. I'm calling you Lan. Anyways, I don't think Lan's ever said until now. But yeah. We have a Chris girl. so far being dominated by the mac girlies. We're creating new mac girlies with Cracker and everything.
No, okay, like you're insane.
It just
like,
depends the brand you get, and like the first brand you buy and recognize, that's what you're gonna call them.
That's not true because I call them freeze pops, and the ones we buy is like freezer ice or like freezer flavor ice. Remember?
I feel like
it's like flavor ice.
I feel like the one most likely to make fun of is an otter pop, but it honestly is purely just straight accuracy.
I love the. I like the. I don't know. I've seen people
Like,
call them
if you
legit like
gave-
frozen Tooby Doobies. I'm like, okay, like that's
That was
crazy.
insane.
Like,
I think Freezies is the cutest one, purely because I'm Canadian. I think calling them Freezies is fun. Also, it's just what I'm used to. And like Freezy Pop kind of makes sense.
if you gave an otter one of those, I think it would like eat it. Like
it'd break the internet.
Like it would hold like that.
Oh, it'd hold it like you do. You know, like when you pinch it to the top.
Exactly.
Okay, but for like summer day, I think of you just ate either
Dude, there's
a
like
sausage.
sorry, there's so many like little flies. Like, do we need to clean?
Do you have lice?
Bro.
Dude, I asked Chris yesterday.
Poppers is also fun. Also, I'm pretty sure those are also something else to some people in certain communities.
No, he didn't ask me yesterday. Both me and Nick have little like fleas,
Like small little
near our
black bugs.
windowsill. I think it's like a California
Like
thing. We'll have to
seasonal,
ask.
right?
Yeah, I think it's like since now it's getting warmer. There's
We'll
like
have to
little,
ask
like,
the natives.
There's like little fleas.
Ice Pops is also good. I genuinely just feel like Otter Pops is the worst. It makes no sense. Why are they otters? Why?
On our windowsills and shit. We've never experienced.
No, like they're only
our
in my
own.
room and Chris's room, and mine's on the top floor. Chris is on the bottom, and they're like
Can
by
I be
the
honest
window.
about something?
They're in your room.
I've seen a couple in my bathroom.
Yeah.
I
Unless
think
we're
it's-
like living in filth.
No,
we're
we take
clean.
care of
We're
ourselves.
clean.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just think it's like
No, because since I'm happy. No, when I told Chris about it and he said that they were also in his room, I was ecstatic because I was embarrassed because I was gonna literally
Aw.
have him check me for lice.
I knew it wasn't lice though.
But I
Like,
shower
I don't
every
even think you
day.
could see lice. Like if you shook them out of your head, like I think they're so
right?
microscopic that I don't even. Unless
I've never had lice. Like, knock on wood, I never get lice. Damn. Kids who had lice was crazy.
it's like bigger,
I don't know. Let's
extra
okay,
large.
I'm just
gonna
happy I
finish-
don't have
Well,
lice.
what's it called? The little, like I think it's definitely like the heat in the summer. It's,
I agree.
Every windowsill, like near
We just gotta
the
figure out how to get rid of them.
All right, I'm
like,
gonna
little bug spray.
No,
say
it's not like a bug spray. It's like you need like a
It's like
trap.
raid.
hey y'all.
No, it's not like a raid. You need like a trap because we don't know where like the source is.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
gonna say my
Mhm.
summertime.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Well, also, I think it also like depends on brand because I think it's called Otter Pops because of like the brand name. Something probably stupid. Also, slang. All of us speak English. We're all talking. That isn't Sweden. Like, we still all call them different. Crazy. Wait, she called you filthy and she gave you lice? That's where you reverse that and say, God damn, you filth. I have no comeback, but like you figure out.
I'm thinking you just had either a sausage, a hot dog, or a cheeseburger
Oh
from the
my
grill.
God.
I don't like sausages.
I didn't ask. I'm just
No, I'm just
that's why I
sharing.
gave
No,
three
it's okay.
options here.
All right.
Yeah, he did
So,
give numerous
you
options.
you get one of those. You just ate them. Now you just went and got your favorite color freeze pop, and now you're sitting on the really hot tar, just enjoying the heat, eating a
Dude.
freeze pop.
Nothing's
The white one and the pink one were always the best because the white one was cream soda. Pink one was like watermelon or whatever, and I just like pink, so those were always the best flavors.
That's
better
what I
when
got.
The tar isn't like too hot, but it's also like warm, and like you
Mhm.
get out of the pool and like your shorts are cold because you have like the bathing suit like
Yep.
still touching you. So you go and like sit on the tar.
Hot tar.
Oh
Mm.
my god.
All right, that's
One of
mine.
my like instant thoughts is like, you know, the best summer days to me is when they come to an end. Actually, when it gets a little bit darker at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when
that
the
could be like the start of a book.
Yeah.
like you know,
I'm genuinely hooked.
Yeah,
I,
me
too. I was like, wow.
Like I want to hear a
ooh,
story
go
for
ahead.
sure. I want more.
It's like if you experience.
You mean like showers as in no? What? I feel like you're lying. You're lying. It's like, do you mean showers as in like rain? But then like showers is like intense rain. You call it spitting rain when it's like barely anything.
Experience a nice warm
I don't believe
summer
you.
day. You know, everyone could say pool, everyone could say like cookout, everyone could say freeze pops, all the jazz you already know. But what gets me is when the sun goes down and it gets a lot colder, like the wind's blowing. Everyone has their hoodies on, but they still got shorts on because it's summer. You know what I mean?
love this.
and
So
like you're
much.
burnt from like the day.
Yeah, and then you can even go back with all the friends, and it's like it's still warm, it's summer, but there's like a
But
nice
like we're
breeze.
campfiring now.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
campfire, s'mores.
Love
or,
this,
dude,
love
or,
this.
Or it's even.
Can I say, I think the summer, like me and like the seasons, like the 4 seasons, like summer, fall, winter, spring, have had like some beef. Like we've had trials and tribulations. Like we've had arguments. We've had like ups and downs. Like which one's my favorites? We've disagreed.
I think East
But
Coast
I
summer
genuinely
is like
believe that like
the
summer
best.
is my favorite season.
I fucking hate summer, and I think I have that opinion because I don't have air conditioning. But I don't like summer. It's too hot. I don't get to see my friends. Like summer sucks. I don't like it. I only recently started to like winter because I didn't have to walk home from school. Because that was always the worst part of winter. I fucking hate summer. Fuck summer. I don't care that it's summer right now. Also, my fan blowing right now. Apparently, I've realized my fan, if I use it, affects my mic, and it pisses me off. Well, it always just rains. Like I feel like fall is like the best season. Canada doesn't really have spring. We just go winter, 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 winter. It's not winter. Oh wait, we lied to you. It is winter, and then burning hot summer. That's what we get. We don't really get spring.
Season. I used to want to be like that quirky kid and be like, oh, I like love like the winter because I like snow, but it's like I fucking can't stand it actually. Like least favorite thing ever. Like I enjoy the concept of like I love Christmas time. I like holiday cheer. I like,
No. I mean fall.
like building a snowman, but it becomes too fucking much when you're in your house and you can't escape the cold and like your feet are like on the ground freezing cold. You feel like you can only stay in bed. Like seasonal depression is so real. Like every single time.
I don't listen to Girl in Red that much. I have like a few songs, but yeah, fall. See, fall, getting wrecked. Even everyone's saying fall. Everyone love fall. It isn't.
Time like after the fall gets like into that colds of winter, I genuinely feel like never speaking to anybody and not moving for like legit until the weather's better.
And dude, the summer is honestly just like summer nights. East Coast summer nights will be top legendary superior.
Bro, but I also like not to keep talking about it, but like I don't know if like it's cause of climate change and climate change is so for real, but like genuinely like I feel like I never know what to expect. Like every single year, I feel like it takes longer to get to like the next season.
I agree. Also, back to winter. I like winter because it's cold. I like being cold. Being hot sucks. I like being cold. Literally, I have like my window slightly open during the winter time just so I'm cold. I like being cold. I don't like summer. I'm dying right now.
Does that make sense? Like I'm like when
I
the
feel like
fuck?
I'm like waiting for summer to be.
Yeah,
it's, like,
I'm like
right around the
hello.
corner.
I feel like it's
dude,
time.
It's been hot, but not hot enough to wear shorts for like a month. And
Legit,
I'm like,
okay,
like
what's actually today? May? Like I feel like by now
May?
we're pushing like
it
better.
should be like.
Wait, I'm sorry. They filmed this in May and now it's July. Damn, they've been like teasing the podcast for a while, saying it was coming soon. It was ready for a while. They just didn't come out with it. Why? Why would they do that? Me personally, this has become a personal attack.
Like warm,
but
right?
also like it's we're also out of like I don't know if it's also because of climate change, but we're also out of like gradual changes. You know what I mean? Like there's no like 2-week period between and then it's like summer. It's like legit like I'll wake up and it'll be 90 for the rest of the fucking
second I was
summer.
like, okay, we're in winter, I was like, all right, it's time to prepare for the next year.
Like the second
Don't know what that meant.
It's like the second he thought he was in winter, we were going to another season. It's like Matt, it's like when you
so for
turn like
real.
20 or something, and everyone asks how old you are, and you're like, oh, 19, 19, and then the second you get used to saying 20, you turn 21. Like that's when Matt.
Literally. Not recently, but like in January when I turned 9, like me and my friend Emma, we went skiing, and like they asked our age because they were above 18. We didn't have our parents, and they asked my age, and I said 18, and I was like, wait, no, never mind, 19. Sorry, recently just turned. But like, I was still in an age I was allowed to correct myself because I was like, fuck, I'm crazy. I think we are officially the campers. They've started every podcast. Welcome campers. So I do think we are campers. But also camera. And then they call their tours Let's Trip because it's anagram of triplets. I can't remember what the word is. So I think we are officially campers, and honestly, I fucking love that. I love being called the campers. It's so fun.
Saying.
Yeah. No, but genuinely, like,
Chris, I love your little summer, your little summer
no one
thing.
should be
I
throwing
really
their
felt
trash
that.
outside. Climate change is real. Do what you can to stop it.
I also think that.
I think. Hold on, for real. Actually, I think we should seriously bring back metal straws.
Okay.
I feel like
Now
they never left. Hear me out. I'd rather use a plastic straw than a paper straw, and I know paper straws that people are like, oh, it's like helpful
It is fun. I love it.
with the environment. It's like we're still like I don't know the statistics behind it. I'm not gonna act like I do. But I genuinely would rather drink straight from the cup or like not drink at all if I have a paper straw. And I'm
That's
so
honestly
for
great
real.
for you, but I feel like we're really off topic. So I'd rather.
agree.
Oh my god, do you know what? I feel like every time people bring up a plastic straw thing, they always bring up how like the lids of cups are generally still plastic or like the whole cup is plastic. Recently I went to New York Fries and they had like the coolest cup. It was like the whole thing was all cardboard. It was cardboard and it like folded itself. And I literally sat there for 5 minutes being like, this is the coolest cup in the entire. Where like I actually felt like it made sense that they had a paper straw. Everything was paper. It was like a like the whole thing was like a cardboard cup. Like not cardboard, like that thin cardboard that they use for cups. But like it didn't have that plastic lid. There's probably still plastic lining and stuff on the inside, but that's not the point right now. It is better than having that straight up. It makes me happy. It was so cool. Also, it was just so fun to look at. You have to like. I think they generally mean that like fast food.
Talk about summer and childhood
Which
memories.
is fine. I understand, like, literally fuck paper straws.
Get what you're
I
saying.
agree, fuck paper straws.
Understood. Next.
But
Go
I feel like
ahead.
just
I
drink
think
out of
whatever.
another
I
one.
think
You got
another
that.
thing that plays a big role in this weather change for us is being back and forth from like different states. You know, like it could be like freezing back home right now. I don't even like. It's so sad. Like whenever we pack for Boston, I like text some friends. I'm like, what should I be wearing? Like I don't even remember what weather it is.
That's not sad. I feel like that's just like
No, but it's genuinely the same coming back here. Like I'll text
Yeah.
Maddie, be like, what the fuck? Or do I
Like
expect?
what should I bring? Shorts.
Well, because it
hoodies?
changes in like 2 minutes. It's
Yeah.
like
So also, I feel like in that situation, you should just like on your weather app, just have one for LA and Boston. Because I like live, but like where I go to university isn't. I have the weather app for both. I have like a weather thing for cities. I'm not gonna say which. Yeah. So like, I feel like they should just kind of do that. They'll also so smart.
I don't know. I'm never prepared. That's why I kind of have a closet in both places, because I'm like at this point I really need to just like be prepared for any sort of weather, any sort of weather wherever I am. I have to just be prepared for that, no matter what.
Okay, let's go on to the return to the injuries.
Okay, dude.
That also sounds like an album.
Which one are the injuries?
Return to the injuries.
All right, Chris. The next injury we have on the list is the one that you went through. So
we
you're
went to a park, and you know that thing you slide on like this? Like I don't know how to describe it to these people.
It's
like,
the metal. It's
the,
like the
the
zip
metal
line.
zip line that you grab on and you slide.
I really thought once they mentioned a slide, we were gonna have another slide injury, and I really thought, but nah, we're in a slide mood today.
Slide to one side, then just let go. Like you hold it like it's like a
I think.
How would you hold like that?
Like
as
this?
you
And
slide.
you go, it's like holding like a.
Like a zip
It's like
line.
as if you're gonna like hang up a poster with like a spear, but it's above you. Like you're
Okay.
like.
This is the
Like
craziest
that's how you
shit.
hang it up. You know what I
guess
mean?
so.
Like you gotta like it's like you have a really big thumbtack and you gotta put it into a poster, but the
Okay,
poster's
Nick,
also
you're
4
gonna
feet above
confuse
you.
the people that are
I don't believe you. I feel like you guys are just here to constantly lie to me. Yes, we heard the
That's
slide.
the best way to put it. It's like you have a big poster and you gotta hang it up, but the top of the poster is like your hand straight up
Be a
is
chin.
how far up it is. You know what I
If
mean?
you
Like,
search metal zip line at
it's like
park,
if you
it will
had
pop
it,
up.
it's like if you had to throw a spear over your head with both hands.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that.
Mhm.
But it's like I was on the metal thing. I was holding it. My mom was holding my waist because I was like 4. She was super young. She was holding onto my waist so that I didn't fall. And then
Oh, I don't know about 4. 4's crazy. We're like 9 at least.
no, I don't even think I was in
Absolutely.
school.
Young, bro.
Dude, I could speak and
I
shit.
don't
No,
even
we
think I was
were
in
young.
school,
Can you
though.
You
talk
can
to-
speak when you're like 2, Nick. What the fuck?
For 4.
Yes, you can
Oh.
talk by like your 2.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, like, I'm
Stick
Some
sorry.
some people are saying their first word at the age of 1, and kids are talking like in broken sentences by 2.
Can you
I
stop
think I just have
talking?
like a
Here,
problem with like I don't understand like
Nick, I think you,
children.
I
like,
think you,
like we were
hey,
the youngest. Hey,
I think
stop,
you let
Matt.
him just
I'm
talk
speaking.
about
No.
it.
No, because genuinely, like, I don't know how old we were because, like, we were the youngest, like, last ones born into, like, our family, right? Like, we're, like, the youngest of,
What
like,
are
our...
you talking about,
No,
bro?
like, I'm saying, like, we're the youngest of our generation. Like, all of our cousins are, like, our age or, like, older, you know? So it's, like,
We've never experienced.
we've
a
never
kid growing up.
experienced,
Okay,
like, someone
cool.
growing
Can we
up.
go
So,
to
like,
the
I
next?
genuinely don't know, like, oh, when the fuck can they start talking,
Okay,
you
whatever.
know?
Anyway,
But
I
how
was
do you just
young.
not know?
There you go. Perfect.
Whatever.
I was young, and I was on the metal zip line thing. And my mom was holding my waist, and I like started flailing out of her arms because I wanted to like do it on my own. I wanted to be like a big guy. Like I wanted
Wanna
to
be a
and
big
you
kid.
weren't.
a big kid.
And
then,
you
so I
weren't.
was like shimmying and shaking to try to get out of her grip, and I succeeded, and then fell and smashed my head on
Yeah,
on
like, the
some
second you actually
metal.
got
Oh
out
my
of mom's
God.
grip, you also let go of the fucking thing.
Yeah,
So he just slammed into like a metal grate on the ground.
yeah. I cracked my head open. Had to go to the hospital. Got staples. and
Two
then-
two staples in the front of the fucking.
Why did both of them break their head? Like, one of them was fully not their fault. He didn't ask to be hit with a golf club. But, like, Chris was slightly his fault.
Fucking
And he got
head.
a sick headband.
Oh.
I actually still have a ball spot. I'm not showing anybody though. I'll show you all another time. But I like that's why I started to grow my hair long.
That's why I grow.
I
I
have
remember
the
there were
middle
these two
part.
like military guys because it's near like where this happened to Chris.
That's actually crazy that, like, they kind of grow their hair specifically because of 2 fucking injuries that they... That's crazy. That, like, affects the way they look.
It's near like the Boston
military
airport.
training
Like
facility.
it's near like military training, like the airport, like
I don't think
whatever.
that's right. I think it was 2 dudes.
No,
in,
it's not like a military training thing. It's like near like.
I know. I was already thinking about that earlier, and I didn't want to sound too weird for knowing their birth. But that is crazy. That is it 2? I think it's 2 weeks from now. It's, well, not now, but like it's like their birthday. That's crazy.
It's 2 dudes in military suits giving out like taffy for an organization.
They were. I think.
Oh, so
No,
it
no, no.
doesn't-
Matt's birthday and Chris's birthday and Nick's birthday. Triplets that have the same crazy
I
concept.
don't know the fuck we were. No,
yeah.
it was the military thing was close, but I think they were
And then
they
just
were
knew where
there
the local
like you know
hospital
how
was,
it's
and
like the
that's it.
sign.
They just helped out. They were good Samaritans. Next.
Yeah. Well, no, because I remember
Love
they
that.
felt bad for me and Matt, so they gave us a fuck ton of candy because you were hurt.
Yeah,
and I was
and
like,
I
oh,
got nothing.
cashing in on this.
I got a
Absolutely.
fucking-
And then they gave me Matt like popsicles at the
Triple. I'm sorry. How would they be clones? They're triplets.
hospital.
Yeah, I
was
got a
chilling.
headband and staples, and y'all got
Bro,
popsicles.
kid
and
had to like
candy.
wear a headband for like 2 weeks. It was
Why this reminded me? In school, like, we had to get like vaccines, like needles and stuff, and I was like so nervous and stressed about it, and like I was trying so hard to be like the last. But like another kid was basically the same. He got candy out of it. I didn't. So I was having like so much stress about doing this, and I got nothing. But I don't know what he did to get candy, but he got candy because he was also stressed and scared for it. Hey, don't say that. But anyways, that's just what that reminded me of. Like, Chris is like, what the fuck? I'm the one with the broken head. Why don't I? No, candy. Also, I think it was lollipops. Not a lollipop. I'm so depressed. I think about it. I think it was like in 7th or 8th grade.
crazy.
It was mad funny. Okay.
You looked cool though. Your
Thank
hair was
you,
like
bro.
spiked through it. Like it looked
Thank
so
you, thank
hospital.
you.
Like it was
Okay,
like
Matt.
So
Stepping on
hospital.
glass. Go ahead.
this
Okay,
is so
this one,
embarrassing.
all right, we got a lot more injuries, so I'm just gonna try to start
Let's just
firing
summarize
these
some
off.
of them.
So yeah, me stepping on glass.
Huh?
We were when we get ice cream as little.
When you
we when you get ice cream as little kids in our family, it was like obviously there's one thing of ice cream. We all wanted it. It was me, Nick, Chris, Justin, my mom, and my dad all getting ice cream. So they would scoop it. Mom and dad would scoop it for us, put it in bowls. And then I was last in line this day. So Nick and Chris were before me. So I had my little glass bowl, and I was banging the glass bowl with a spoon, like a little like
I
ice.
fucking want ice cream now. I do have some in the fridge because some. But still, I want ice
cream
having
chant.
that.
I was like,
No,
"Oh,
like
ice
me,
cream,
Matt, and
ice
Chris
cream,
were weird
ice
little
cream."
kids where we used to just like if
I know. What's with the correcting? We all say. I'm gonna. Here's the thing. I do think it's funny. Correct me, and I just go, "No, fuck you," and I stick with my Canadian. And no one's gonna tell me what to do except me.
since all three of us were getting like either rewarded or punished at the same time, it's like like that feeling of like joy when you get like a reward. It's like that's across
We were like a
the
little
board. So it's like
tribe.
all three of us, yeah, we're like a
No.
little tribe
I mean,
of
we were
people.
The queen is dead. Think about that.
dancing because we were
So
getting ice cream.
yeah, we got ice cream. And we'd be like woo, like jumping and banging
Can't anymore. She's fucking dead.
the ice cream, like clanging it together.
So I was hitting a glass bowl with a metal spoon, and when I hit the bowl, it broke, and a piece of the glass fell off of it and went onto the floor.
But honestly, to this day, we don't even know if you're the one that broke the glass.
Oh, we're for sure.
We're
Yeah.
100%
Are we?
positive.
He broke
Yeah.
it with a spoon.
Well, I'm just saying, like any.
Yeah, she's dead. Think about that. Fucking died. Bye.
No, I
He
broke the
stepped
glass
on
that
it.
I had with a spoon.
Think about
I
it.
feel like you need to just let people finish their stories. Honestly,
Oh wow.
No hate though. Just
Sure.
genuinely
hate,
tough
though.
sometimes.
I'll just literally
So
actually
I
fuck myself. That's great. So I got the glass and I got the spoon.
I am both Nick and Matt. Like I'm like, can I fucking speak? But also like when someone for cutting them off, I'm like, the fuck? Why you talk to me like that? The bitch.
Spoon. Broke the glass with the spoon. This is like my third time saying it because Nick interrupted me. Stepped on the glass with my,
And he needed stitches in his toe.
and I needed 5 stitches in my big toe.
Or maybe like
but
glue.
here's the, no, it was 5 stitches.
Okay.
But
Wait, okay. 5 stitches in his foot and then 16 stitches in his head. He has 21 stitches. And I don't even think we finished all the story. Because we're only halfway through this. I've been watching this video for about an hour. Only halfway through. Which is crazy, but also fun. We're having a great time. Matt would pay his taxes. Yeah, exactly. All of them would. Anyways. I don't know what I was talking about, so we're just.
here's the funny part of the story. So, when I stepped on it, I didn't even know that I stepped on it until I was walking around on the white carpet, and there was just bloody footprints following where I was walking. And I was like, "Oh, somebody checked their foot. It's bleeding." So I checked my foot. It was my foot. It was bleeding. Went to
What
the
the
hospital,
fuck?
and then they were stopping the blood since it wasn't that bad of a cut with a cotton ball, and they accidentally pushed the cotton ball into my big toe, and then couldn't get it out. Let's not be crazy. It like they were holding it there, and it like kind of just like part of the cotton ball went in my foot. I don't know what you're saying.
And he's wrapped him up. So fun fact, Matt has a cotton ball in his
Oh,
foot
yeah.
if it didn't
Well, no, it's
disintegrate
dissolved
in his bloodstream. Okay,
Yes.
next. Cool.
Speaking of blood, I think I woke up and somehow like accidentally very small cut, but I just like woke up with like a spot on my hand and I was like, what the fuck? How do I keep doing that? Oh heck no, exactly. Fuck that. Ugh.
Kicked in the face
So
at
nasty,
baseball
bro.
by a kid named Pac-Man.
Okay, so this is also
Huh?
my story.
Let's like actually get to the point, you know?
No, yeah,
Dude,
I know. Yeah.
Like, come on, the world's our oyster. Fucking relax.
Shut
so
up, Nick.
me and Chris, when we played baseball together, he was the pitcher, I was the catcher. We were the dynamic duo. Nobody could stop us. We won a championship that year. So Chris is pitching.
I mean, I wouldn't say all that, but
we were the
Who's cotton toe? Is that a British thing? You and the Brits. You.
best. We had the chemistry. Come on.
I mean, it was pretty good though.
So Chris is pitching to me. I'm catching, and some kid hits an absolute dinger to center field, and this kid Pac-Man on the other team is on third base, and the center fieldman gets the ball. The kid on third base tags up, but he caught it in center
Dude,
field.
like I literally
Threw
like
it
was
home.
there and I'm
Nope.
forgetting how this goes. Like you're using too much of like baseball terminology.
No, when you're the catcher, if there's a deep hit or like a foul ball, you're supposed to take your mask off so you can see, so you can catch the ball. So Matt was the catcher. He took his mask off. He's about to
Wait, I thought it was Cotton Eye Joe. You're not doing this to me. We're not changing his name to Cotton. Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? Isn't it Cotton Eye Joe? You're not doing this to me.
Tag this kid coming in from third base straight at him, and the kid decided to just bury fucking Matt.
Absolutely buried.
And
Somehow his foot hit Matt's face.
And then the kid got
No, this is a different story.
yeah, but then Matt got sent to the back of the fucking.
I literally got body checked by this kid named Pac-Man all the way to the back of the fucking home plate. Like he body checked
And then
me.
another kid the same game, I'm pretty sure.
Same game.
Went to slide home
Bro,
and kick Matt in the
Nothing
face
more than
with
that
a
kid used to
cleat.
go up to bat and his
What
name
the fuck?
Pac-Man. So his whole team would just like chant like they'd
Waka,
be like,
waka, waka,
they'd be like,
yes.
waka waka waka
It
and
was-
like
That's
do the
fun.
thing.
But bro,
like, when
he
went-
Also, why the fuck were Matt and Chris so? The fuck? That like, and like, oh, did so many sports, hockey, lacrosse, and now fucking in baseball. The fuck? And Nick over here just fucking crying and quitting, which is basically what I do in my life.
Matt
he
was a
absolutely
little
buried
dot
me.
that day.
Same game.
Matt was a fucking power pellet.
Yeah, literally.
Absolutely.
Same game. Later in the game, I did the same thing, almost same play, except the kid's running from second to home. I took the mask off. I have my glove with the ball in it right in front of home plate. If this kid slides home, I'm tagging him out, and we're changing
Kicked
innings.
you in the face.
His cleat went up my glove and
Huh.
he kicked me in the face with the cleat, and I literally. That's
just
like
another day of baseball.
just another day of baseball. That's from one of the memes.
What the fuck is rounders? Obviously, I know what football is. But what the fuck? Fuck is rounders? God damn, Matt gets injured so much, and also all of it's not his fault. Every time Matt's like, it's not been his fault. What the fuck? Why is everyone just hurting Matt? Like unintentionally.
Pages that I have, sadly. But I got
mean,
kicked in the face
it
with the
truly
cleat.
was just another day of baseball.
Except I got kicked in the
Probably.
face. So
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to know what the most common
At least from
injury to
memory.
children is?
I'm like
Oh, God.
actually beyond curious.
I know that Nick's gonna just die laughing. I want to give you each a guess. What is the most common injury to children that puts them in the hospital?
Oh, so
I
it's
should save Matt.
hospitalization. To the
Or
level.
just like emergency room related.
I feel like
thing.
it's got to be like choking.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gotta be choking.
Yes, like little kids that are like trying to like talk to their mom or dad, and they're like eating
No.
a fucking bagel.
I feel like it has to be like ear infections because parents always talk about ear or like I don't know,
And then they just
No,
start like.
I honestly feel like when kids, like, let's be for real.
anaphylaxis.
I don't think there's really kids that are like. Like, do kids
Hey,
really
Matt.
talk like that when they eat? I feel like kids never shut the fuck up.
Like,
Like,
no,
kids are
that's
like,
like,
Yeah.
they're so excited
Usually
to like
when
talk,
they
and they're
eat,
like, "Oh."
usually like 95% of kids that I know, like little kids, like when they have to eat, like their parents like, okay, like you have to eat, like make sure you're eating, and they're having so much fun or something that they don't want to fucking eat. So like they'll sit down like the corner for like 5 minutes, like all pissed at their mom, and just be like,
yeah.
eat at like such a rapid rate, and then just be done. So I feel like they're
Yeah,
not.
but also eating at a rapid rate cause choking because they're probably not chewing. Then they would choke because they didn't chew, therefore also causing choking. Nick.
Choking because they're focusing on eating so
Okay,
that they
so
can like
say
go to
your
something
guess then.
else.
God.
Well, I'm just talking about
Go
it.
ahead,
This is
Nick.
a fucking podcast. I don't know what you want me to do. Like,
Go
not
ahead.
speak
Go
about
ahead.
it.
Go.
I think it's probably like their sibling like hurt them.
I
Like
I
I
think
think
this
so we
is-
have
I think
choking,
it's like
and then we have sibling.
like a
infiltrating
that's
injury.
insane. Well, no, it's like a sibling like either like
It's
pushed
definitely not
them-
choking. Can you just read it?
No, also because it also could be choking because kids also eat their food. Not food. They eat their toys, and they always have those choking hazards on toys. Probably because kids actually fucking choke on them.
Because this kid's getting on my last nerve.
You have no other guesses, either of you.
I mean, either that or just like genuinely like falling onto like the ground.
Well, there we go. Nick wins.
Is it?
Falls. The most common
you don't.
injury to children is falls. The most common injury and cause for kids of all ages, falls are the leading cause of injury among children. In fact, the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, says that roughly 8,000 children are treated in the U.S. emergency rooms for a fall-related injury every single day.
Dude,
I just thought it was so funny because I know that you were just going to laugh that these kids are falling.
no,
and
because
going
I
to the
genuinely think
emergency
like
room.
kids like
Like, they need
it's
to pay
so
more
Oh my god, I hang out with one of my like younger cousins, and like was like sitting on like an exercise bike, fucking fell, but he was totally fine. He was fucking laughing, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Crazy, like how many kids I've seen fall.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember we were outside of a fucking like Red Lobster, whatever it was, and the little girl.
I've
dude,
never eaten at a Red
dude,
Lobster.
not Red
in my
Lobster. It was
life.
something else, but I don't want to like disclose that name of this restaurant. But Lobster Pot.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. We were at the fucking Lobster Pot, and this little girl was like with her family, and there was like it's like 95% of the time it's kids' fault. It's like their parents' fault because it's like you need to just like I'm not a parent, and I'm not telling people how to parent, but it's like
Watch your kid, bro.
like not even like watch your
But
kid.
also, like, I feel like you can't just say watch your kid because the story Chris told earlier was him basically trying to fall. It wasn't his goal to fall, but like it ended up with him falling. So like, parents try. But also, like in school, you fall, and like your parents aren't there,
Kid, but it's just like if they're like coming up on a curb.
and like a teacher can't like look at every kid.
Sometimes I understand, like, I'm not a parent, so like, don't
Oh
fucking.
my-
Well, I don't want people to be like, Nick's mad at parents and telling them that like they can't parent well and this and that. Genuinely, like, I feel like most of the time kids are falling. It's because like I understand like wanting your kid to like learn new things. So like people will just be like they'll they'll like force their kid to like, oh, you can walk down the stairs on your own.
What is it with the trying to like? You guys are trying to trick me with your British slang, or both of you are doing this. Don't act well. Okay, Daniel, but don't act like this is this.
On like in order to learn how to do it, you know. But sometimes I'm just more of like if you
Both of
help
you.
the kid, like life will be easier. It's like this girl that fell, like this 3-year-old at Lobster Pot. Her mom was like holding her hand and she was walking, and she's like coming up on a curb, and instead of her mom like picking her up and helping her down the curb, she doesn't even see that the curb's coming and falls straight on her face onto the ground
Ugh.
because she
I don't
misstepped
even
the
remember
curb.
that.
It's like I feel like if like the mom just picked the girl up and put her on the ground, like instead of letting her try and figure out how to jump over a curb on her own, like eventually she'll learn eventually as she gets older. It's like not everything has to be a learning curve that leads to injury.
Yeah, true that.
Next.
Whatever, Matt. Like I don't know.
I'm not saying anything. Just next.
Just
What
next.
season do you go apple picking?
Fall.
Fall.
I mean,
Fall.
that's quite
think-
apparent.
Like come
I
on.
can't wait for fall to come back around, and I want to go apple picking.
I've only gone. I've only done that in school. I feel like I have a memory of like picking fruit, but I think it was like in school trip or something. Remember? My brain doesn't work.
I love apple picking.
That was like one of my like,
Remember when we went apple picking with a group of friends and they did like a snowball fight but with apples?
and I got drilled in the spine with an apple.
Yeah,
yeah,
Huh?
I
that
do
was
remember
fucking
that.
Hilarious.
That was so funny.
Who
Why is everyone hurting? Hashtag save Matt.
One of our friends from our old hockey team
Yeah.
drilled a
throwing
fucking
apples,
apple
like-
at Matt's spine.
I just love apple orchard vibes. Like you get to
I
feed,
agree,
feed some
Chris.
goats, go on a
a
maze.
hayride.
Dude, we gotta do it.
I never partook in a maze like ever. 'Cause I was always scared that
What?
I'd like.
Get
Dude,
lost.
when
He
did I
never
go?
did.
Oh, yeah,
He
that's right,
never
I
did.
forgot.
I genuinely used to be afraid that I'd never get out.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like-
valid.
Dude, some of them are scary.
yeah.
Have you seen on TikTok? There's like this one thing. It's like top 100 like scariest.
Oh my god,
signs or
dude! I
whatever.
saw this.
Yeah, and it was like a sign at like a haystack
Oh
thing, and
no,
it was like
talking about
oh,
different-
it was like it was like enter at your own risk, and we send like
Oh,
we
if you get
sent-
lost, there's like a finding unit every 48 hours or
yeah,
some shit.
that's
48
insane. I saw
hours?
that. It's like, bro, if there's ever a risk of me being stuck in a maze for 48 hours, I'm
in
at
the
least bring
general
like a
public.
wagon of everything I could need ever. But also, it's like just go in a straight line like through the hedges.
Then what if the finding team doesn't find you?
Do you know what I mean?
48 hours.
Yeah, I get what
Like
you're
there's
saying, but what if
hedges
you just
everywhere.
end
It's
up
like you're not
in the
trapped.
woods?
It's not like spiked walls. It's like just walk
No,
out.
my biggest fear.
Go through the
my
trees.
biggest fear
It's
is
like
like
trying to
being in a
escape a
maze.
maze and you
no,
just go
listen,
deeper.
listen. My biggest fear is being in a maze and like actually almost being at the end of it. But then like, imagine like the creator of the maze or something is just putting up walls where the like,
okay, like come on.
yo,
What is
I
this,
know, but
Jumanji?
Yeah, like,
no,
come
that's
on.
so scary though.
I saw this TikTok. Speaking
No.
of like parents not watching their kids, it was like this track race, and these kids were running around the lap. And it was like the final lap. Like it was a legit high school race. And one of
Oh,
the,
I saw that.
yeah, and one of like some little kid ran out into like the track, and the kid couldn't stop his momentum. Like he was just sprinting laps. And now this kid's like on the final stretch. He's sprinting, and then the kid just gets like kneed in the face, and he gets sent
terrible.
because
Oh, I tried to cut open a baseball to see what was inside of it. Accidentally stabbed my finger. I got 2 stitches.
Like, Google it.
like so dumb.
Matt's stitch count went from 21 to now 23. We're running a fucking Matt stitch count. Jesus. Our Hatman, Chris. What? He's see. I feel like the podcast doesn't really. Their car videos is definitely where they're. The podcast is like fun vibes.
Yeah,
or like
I remember with him, like, dude, why are you doing that? And like, I was looking
like,
over him.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I was like, don't cut yourself, and he was like,
he stabbed himself in the hand.
And
I remember they literally brought him to the emergency room, and I'm pretty sure this was like the last time you hurt yourself, like emergency level, since the golf club to the head. So I remember going and thinking like, oh, we'll go to the emergency room and they'll help him like immediately, because the last time we went, it was such a severe thing that I forgot.
They made
that,
him sit with his hand in, like,
I literally did not know, because the first time anything like emergency level happened to us was Matt getting hit in the head with a golf club. So I always thought that the emergency room was like 100% accessible, like all the time, like immediate help. But it's based off of like severity of injury, where like Matt got immediate help because his head was gushing blood.
Yeah.
And, like,
From what I know about emergency room to the hospital, that they go by priority of injury. You're literally like bleeding out of the side of your head, gushing blood. You're gonna be like taken first. No, yeah, these are the car guys. Oh, okay, if you know the car guys, you might, yeah, because they're all over TikTok all the time. Yeah. Not always with their mom. But I've probably seen clips, car videos that they've done with their mom. There are like 2 official car, like, teaching the other 2 how to drive, but their mom's in the video. That's not technically a car video, but it is like a car video, I guess. Like, I guess she's been in 3 car videos, but like, Lan, would you consider Matt teaching them to, or like, because like Wednesday video and then a car video, like it was probably released as a Wednesday, but like they're still in a car, so it's like
skip the line. You know what I mean? So when like Matt cut his hand open and it wasn't like a life-threatening injury, and they were like had him in the waiting room, and then they put him in a room and just like had his hand soaking in like a liquid for like 2 hours. I was like, there's no fucking way. This is taking so long.
A big thank you to like doctors and shit, bro. Imagine like every day you're like just sitting at the like hospital waiting for like the next person to come in like bleeding, and you have to like
you have
help
no
them.
imagine like you have
you have
no clue what could walk through the
do you
door.
know how many times like a doctor's probably
that's honestly
okay, just
sorry,
interrupt me.
I want to
can I
yeah
sorry,
go ahead.
All right,
I'll
cool.
You're still interrupting him.
Because like I literally just
go ahead.
like, hey, you interrupted me,
Matt.
and then he kept going. Like that was insane.
Whatever.
Wow. Anyway,
you know what? I love when Matt interrupts. They always are. Matt deserves to interrupt. So I'm always on Matt's side, because you know what? Taste your own medicine, guys. Of course they're allowed to leave they're in a car right now. They're in a podcast studio. That's like in their house. You don't need to save Matt. At least not right now. Definitely #save Matt.
Do you know how many doctors probably like, oh, I have 5 minutes left on their shift, and then someone comes in like, and then they have to like stay like 3 hours? Like, dude, they must put
it's like I
overtime.
can't imagine like the kid like when you're in school and someone's like, oh, I want to be a doctor. Like I remember in high school and kids were telling me that, and I'm like,
it's like the last thing I'd ever
have
want to
tons
do.
of fun.
Bro,
Yeah.
I want to go.
Like God bless you, because like someone's got to do it.
The amount of like school you have to do, the amount of blood you have to be around, like, ugh, I could never be a doctor. Which means I have disappointed my Chinese.
And I'm so thankful for you, but my prayers
I
are with
go
you. I could never
I want
do
to go
that.
see the doctor or the doctors that like fixed me up.
Do you even remember them?
I just remember it was a woman. I never saw who they
Oh,
were.
well, good luck.
No, I know.
It's a really broad. You're sorting like 50%
Any
of the
woman
earth.
who's helped the kid
No,
with
but I
a
know
head
the
injury.
hospital.
The emergency.
Low key, I feel like the podcast allow Matt to talk more than he goes. And I feel like I've talked about this a few times. Of just like Matt, like when they're in like this podcast is like story times, and like they all have their own story, so then they all have a chance to speak. Except the Balin video. He like I think it was a Balin. Barely spoke. I think he was just like because like Chris was reeling. But like, I like the podcast because it like definitely giving Matt more of a chance to speak. I appreciate it as a Matt girl.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
She
thinking
probably
about it.
retired.
When Matt was it who you ran into the water fountain?
Yeah, that's why I have no end to my right
Like, dude,
eyebrow.
what a mess of a kid this was.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's actually Matt did that to himself. Run into a water fountain, bro.
Like you just didn't
Kid fully
stop.
sprinted. He was. We were small children and we were young.
Okay,
and Matt
small
was
children.
eye level with the water fountain and ran straight into it. Bashed
No.
his head. Now he has half a quarter of an eyebrow missing.
One time I had a
Cool.
black eye because we were.
Wait,
supposed
I
to go to,
fully
like,
didn't
All children
see
messy.
Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I have no end to my right
like,
eyebrow.
dude, what a mess of.
That looked fine. You see, that's what I was thinking earlier. Is it Lanny or Ian? I thought it was Ian earlier. I think it's Lanny.
Half a quarter of an eyebrow missing.
One time I had a
Cool.
black eye because we were supposed to go to like the aquarium or something, and then me and Matt were arguing. So I was chasing him around the house because he hit me, and then he ran into a closet and slammed the door shut. And then so I was like, I had too much momentum chasing out.
I'm sorry I called you Ian earlier. I was like, yeah, that's Ian. Cause I'm not a learner.
After him, and I was like
It is. Slay.
I love
doorknob
the
level.
aquarium.
I was like doorknob level, and it like hit me right in the eye, and I had a black eye
Do
from
you
running
know
into a
once
doorknob.
I had 2 black eyes in both eyes? You remember that?
How?
I was walking up the stairs with a golf club, and I
What?
was like, tapping the club on like each step.
They need to fucking get rid of the golf. The fuck? Why did 2 of them? Laptop is gonna. Give me a second. Need to pull up chat. There we go.
And then I like jammed the club and like I was like I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I like wedged the golf club between the steps and my eye and like hit my eye with like the end of the golf club. And then the next one, I built a sled on the stairs and I put like blankets and pillows and I went to slide down. You remember this?
I remember
You were
this.
on the sled with me.
Uh-uh.
The staircase sled, yes. Or then maybe it was Matt.
I remember
But I was
it.
sitting down on this blanket and pillow structure I built, and I slid down the stairs, and the other eye went into like the hand railing on the way down. I like smacked my eye on the hand railing. So I
Like
went
days apart?
like
Yeah.
literally like 2 days off each
Yeah.
other. So I remember I went into like 3rd grade, and I had a black eye in each eye. It was the most embarrassing shit ever. I looked like a raccoon, like literally.
Yeah, that is
What the
really
fuck?
embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay, next Nick fell at the school.
Dude,
Of course, a Nick injury is Nick fault.
Oh, I know.
this
what we're
is so
talking about.
frustrating.
The school that we went to had like a little like spinny thing in the front.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
Wrong.
school we went to.
Okay, it was a school we were attending at the time because our
No,
other
we
school.
went. The school we went to was really small, and there was like a winter blizzard or whatever. So like the roof caved in into like both the 6th grade classrooms. So they were like, okay, we have to move our 6th graders, like our whole school. So the the kindergarten through 5th grade went to a separate school, and then the 6th graders only, for some reason, went to a different school in our city for like legit like 3 months. We still had the same teachers and everything. We were just like using empty.
How the fuck does the roof cave in? What the fuck? That's crazy.
Classrooms that they had. So it was like a school within a school. Like I don't think you were genuinely with kids from the other school until you were in
Yeah,
like
no, I don't.
No, unless you were at lunch or
lunch and recess was
So
the
then
only time.
Nick went on.
But
this,
yeah,
like,
they
big
had like a
spinny
spinning
structure.
wheel outside, and like they would always get like the super light kids on it before school and just like spin it around. And me and Marcus were like really short and small, so they were just like spinning kids around on it. So I remember I was like hanging on for dear life, and they spun me like 800 miles per hour, and I flung off, and I think I went like at least 6 feet to the side.
More.
Way more.
like 9.
Like yeah,
bro.
like I flung off.
Or
the
do you
set.
mean like the type of like mom of the group? Because like if you mean like mom of the group, stuff like that, I know they're like brothers and not like. You know what I mean? That's what you mean? Then I would personally say Nick. No! Stop. We love Nick.
and then I just landed awkwardly on my ankle. So I like sprained my ankle and I was on crutches. And then
The next day there was a fire alarm.
yes,
And then we had
the
to.
next day there was a fucking fire drill, and I was getting
I was in the middle of a breakdown, like crying my eyes out for reasons I don't know. And we did a fire drill, and I was like trying real hard not to like. I was like already not doing well. Having to do a fire drill on top of that was not a great time.
water during the fire drill, and my class left without me, and I was like crutching around trying to find an exit to the building.
How fun.
Fucking hate
Unbelievable.
fire drills. Like, they were so annoying. But I also like loved like I was always on like the teacher's good side, so like I'd go over them and they'd have like a sticky note on their desk that would say like fire drill today. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they knew the
fire drills were
coming.
scheduled. Like, teachers knew fire drills were coming.
That's
like
like
fire
weird.
drill.
Like, I feel like the kids should just know, like, hey, you're gonna experience like a drill
Well, that's like
today.
yeah.
In middle school, we had like they would tell us when we would do. I think teachers kind of knew, and like it was weird that they wouldn't tell us in high school. I don't know why. Oh, I remember.
That
I mean,
defeats the
well, the same
purpose
way
of it.
not really. Like, you don't have to be caught off guard by a drill. You
I agree. They're strongest with their powers combined. We love all of them.
just need to learn from it.
Correct.
Like I
Well,
remember,
we
I remember when a fire drill would go down and it was like fucking raining or like some crazy Massachusetts weather, and I'd be in like a t-shirt and I'd go outside and like fucking be
Yeah.
freezing my dick off
No,
because the
literally.
teachers wouldn't.
No,
tell
I
me.
remember like I don't know. I don't understand not warning people for drills because you still learn. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm saying.
You just take out like. Well, actually, I kind of get it because it's like you won't be able to prepare for.
I just can't believe it's like I just can't believe how startling of a thing that is. Like imagine like,
Dude.
being in class just reading and then the
Oh my
fucking
god, I remember.
fire alarms.
No, I remember
like,
in first grade it was lunchtime. Who was in first grade with me? All of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was lunchtime and I had a fruit roll up and the fire alarm went off and I went "Ah!" and I threw my arms up and I let go of the fruit roll up. And then I had forgot about it because I was like scared and it never came back down. So then we went outside for like 20 minutes. The fire department came. I came back to the classroom and I was working on my project. Like
do
lunch
love
was
Chris.
over. Yeah, because fucking, of course, you do the fire drill during my fucking lunch. So you come back and everyone was getting straight to work. And then I'm pretty sure he had like a reading test or something that day or like a spelling test. And like 20 minutes later, a fucking fruit roll up just fell onto my desk. Like,
Dude,
I was
that
like,
first
I was
that
so
first
happy I
grade
ate it 'cause I
class-
was like, lunch was over, bro.
that
I
first
got
grade
food.
class was insane.
That was crazy. Also, like I get maybe because they're triplets, like they're in classes. Like at school I've had twins and I'd never seen like a pair of twins in the same class. Like they've always been separated. And maybe because there's 3 of them it's harder to separate them. There aren't enough classes, but crazy.
Like, remember
She had
yeah, we got
tadpoles.
frogs
Mm.
and tadpoles
No,
as
she-
gifts.
She had tadpoles and
What do you mean Chris looks malnourished? What? He looks fine. They all look fine. What? And what?
Yes, she had tadpoles and frogs
As
and then she
gifts.
Nick, hold on. She had tadpoles and frogs, and then when I think she retired as a teacher that year.
yeah, huh?
Yes,
No?
yes, she.
No, I think she's
no,
had too
she,
many.
No, she retired as a teacher that year, so she just gave all the frogs and tadpoles as pets to all
Jesus
the
Christ.
kids
No,
to bring home.
no.
If
Let's
they
not make
wanted
her
it.
sound crazy. Yeah.
If they
I'm
want,
pretty sure
if their
everyone had
parents
to get like
okayed it.
had to sign a get
Yes,
a permission
yes,
slip.
yes,
and we
yes.
got our permission slip signed like if this kid wins a frog and
Wait, what about Nick? What Nick? What? Chris's jumper is banger. Do you know what? Do you want to know something? That is his brand, Fresh Love. I never got that shirt, and I'm so depressed about it. I fucking love it.
class tomorrow, they can bring it home.
I don't know why I just decided to go I'm like their promoter for something. I don't know why I just did that like as a but yeah, that's his brand. Fresh Love. Love that.
I
And
always
then we had a frog raffle.
yeah.
Legit a raffle. like legit like
the
a bingo.
crazy-
Like,
Yeah, Nick, of course Nick is tired. He does the editing. Probably edits the podcast too. It's a lot. We love Nick.
it felt like
Literally,
they were
it-
raffling
wait,
off frogs.
It was
in
literally
first
like
grade.
bingo, dude. And there was like
Dude,
we had a
80
lot of
and
fun,
20
though.
students. I remember
We got a
wanted
fish.
to get.
No.
Yeah, we got a fish.
Did we?
Fish?
It died
Yeah.
in like a week.
Yeah. Okay, Nick.
Rest
Going
in
back to like
peace.
school
Yeah.
lunches and shit. One thing that I always found
Probably never unless we On. Blow up. Probably not though. Also, like, I don't even know what I would ever do for.
Funny is the fact that I feel like
Frog raffle?
But never.
Insane. Sorry, go ahead. I just ignored him. Just keep
I hope
going.
everyone wants to know how insane the frog raffle was, because that just interrupted my
Go
sentence.
ahead.
If you aren't already completely baffled by the frog raffle, I'm
It
hoping that you
was
were
pretty
re-baffled
nuts,
by
yeah.
the frog raffle.
Anyway, school lunch. I feel like that's something that along the ages that you grow and the grades you go up should increase. Like, I feel like you should be bringing more of a hearty lunch to school. Every year that went on, I would bring less and less for school lunch
Not
until I
only
like
that-
wasn't eating in school.
No, not only that, but I used to just like literally the actual quality of school lunches that the school provided
We're
was
just-
less and less.
Yes.
I
Like,
remember
I remember-
field day. It was like,
Dude,
oh my
remember
god!
being-
I don't know what that was.
I remember in first grade, I literally would go to school with like Ritz and peanut butter, celery sticks and
Dude,
carrots.
It was planned
fruit
out.
roll up, a Capri Sun,
Well,
and
like, bringing,
and,
like, a
Rice
lunch
Krispie
box-
treat, and then you can negotiate
In
with
high school,
friends.
bringing like a lunchbox is like embarrassing.
No,
so to
yeah, but
speak.
it should.
I disagree. Like, maybe, like, in America, it's a little more. Pretty much everyone at my school brought their own lunches. Like, pretty much my entire life. Like, very, very few people actually, like, bought in the caf.
It
Like,
shouldn't
dude,
be. We
like,
should normalize
I would
bringing
go to,
lunch
I would
to
go
school.
to school hungry every single day, and then get the worst lunch like provided with the school.
Dude, but
'cause
in
I-
kindergarten,
What the fuck? They do just like, hey, yo, you look malnourished. On the house. The fuck?
I never liked school lunch. Like, I didn't like the pizza or like the gross shit
no,
that they
in
had.
kindergarten
So I
though,
would
it
just
felt like
I would literally
gourmet.
have,
Like
no,
in kindergarten, it was
for
like
real.
smoked bacon with garnished with. Like I
Yeah,
felt like
no,
I was
I
eating
literally-
good in kindergarten.
No, me
like
too.
genuinely, it felt like I was eating like Gordon Ramsay level
course,
shit in
yeah,
Yeah, and
kindergarten.
then we got to high school, and I literally would have goldfish or Rice Krispie treat and like a fucking seltzer water.
I'd be
for lunch
lucky if
every
I
day.
ate in high school.
Bro, honestly, the store at the high school was great though.
Yeah, but like, I used to literally start.
Alright, I feel like sell snacks very often. It was like sometimes in winter, buy some ice cream, buy like little like tubs of ice cream. But other than that, like nothing. Other than just like the regular calf stuff. Though low key, I would just like constantly. Actually, no, they had cake pops. I almost said Pop Tarts. But I would like, I don't know why, I would just constantly buy chocolate milk half because I don't know, it's good. Even though you can like buy chocolate milk anyway, liked it. I don't know.
Start my day going to this convenience store, and I'd go to school with peanut M&Ms and a Pepsi or like a brisk.
So yeah, I
iced
used to
tea.
go to the convenience store and just buy
That's rude of the teacher to fucking say that. What
like candy to eat
And then I would
throughout
just go
the
to
day
like
every day.
Dunkin' Donuts for lunch, like leave the school.
ignore that.
No, I remember when I think my favorite part of high school was once I finally realized that like it didn't matter as much as I thought it did, and I just started leaving classes.
Yeah, we
Like
probably
as bad
shouldn't
as
put
that
in.
is to like say,
Yeah, I wouldn't put
like
that in.
genuinely, I think my favorite part of high school is realizing that I could just walk away from it.
Mhm.
I feel like,
Yes,
dude,
there
we
are.
need
Here's the thing. I feel like you couldn't really do that at my school unless you were in like a senior and already turned 18. But though also some students like for the parent contact would just put their own phone number instead. Left class. But like unless you were like over 18 and you didn't legally need to have your parents' number there anymore, like people I really only like noticed like once I became like grade 12 that like people started ditching class. I think I only ditched class once. I probably should have done it one more time. I was having yeah, I was crying the entire day, but that's not the point. That's not probably should have skipped that day, but yeah.
to
a
do a whole,
slight-
but like that was
Bro, we need
after
to
I
do a
Edge
high
lord
school
me.
pod.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
a
down.
whole high school
But that was
pod.
after I made sure that like I was past my classes, like by the skin of my teeth. But I wasn't like in danger of not graduating. It was like it's like, do I go to English class today or do I eat a meal?
Okay, let's go
That
through.
meal
Let's go
always-
through these like injuries
It
and
always
stuff.
always powered
Let's go
through.
through some more of these injuries.
I kind of like this like
Alright, we've been
injuries.
talking.
Correcting with the sweets. Stop it. Stop it. But also, I feel like everyone just like brought like snacks to school. Or at least like I always did.
For
Story.
Justin,
Or
we've been
the-
talking for 50 minutes by the way.
Okay, Justin body slammed me on Christmas and gave me a concussion or something. I remember it.
I'm so not surprised Chris has had Also, so glad I never like had. Jesus Christ! Why? Okay, first of all, Justin like there was probably obviously an accident of like hitting Matt with a golf club. Also, fucking body slamming Chris. That just feels like the energy boys have. I think I'm okay growing up an only child. I'm fine.
Like I was like, I got smashed on the ground head first, and my first reaction was, shut off the light.
Yeah, because Chris got
there
a
was like a
concussion.
Christmas tree was on, and I like, you know when you have a concussion, like lights hurt and
Chris
stuff.
looked like Will in like the when they started killing the mind flayer. No,
Yeah,
no,
and I was
like
like,
Will
"Oh."
from Stranger Things, and they started like burning up like the
Yeah,
what are they called? The tunnels?
Hive mind?
No, the tunnels and the hive mind.
whatever.
Like the demi dogs, like when they started burning like the vines at
Yeah,
like the
I
gate
was
entrance.
freaking out, bro.
Chris is
Not all of us get free stuff from the calf.
like Will in the field.
Yeah. And then
Like,
I fell on
trembling,
Torn in the
shaking.
green room. That was a recent one.
Yeah.
Didn't even hurt. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't really fall. It was more of like
Also, while we were in Texas in a hotel room, we were making a TikTok that we never posted, but I thought I broke my ankle.
yeah. Because
That was
Nick
so
went, we
funny.
did like
What?
a minute music video thing in a hotel room, and Nick jumped off the bed.
No.
Oh, you fell off.
No.
It wasn't
Oh, yeah,
on
we were
video.
filming,
It
like,
was
those-
in the middle.
No, we were filming like those minute music video things that we film on our thing, and Chris was like, "Okay, like start above me and like move the camera, and then step down off the bed and go beside
No,
me."
because it wasn't on camera.
No, yeah.
Your portion was on
I think
dancing
you were
Cool.
on the bed,
and then getting
and then
off.
we shut the camera off, and you were getting down.
100% recording.
So
No.
I think,
Yes.
listen,
No,
either
I
way-
was recording Chris from like an upward angle, and then I got the clip, and I was
Oh,
like
yes,
excited
that's
to
what it
show
was.
Chris.
That's what I'm
And so
saying.
when I got off the bed, this
Oh.
bed was elevated, like it was off the ground. Like, and I remember when I was like holding the camera
I
down.
was like,
Because of the way I was holding it.
Oh,
Because I was holding the camera down, I remember genuinely seeing like I thought that I was way closer to Chris
Yeah.
in the ground than I was because I was holding the camera like lower.
Oh,
So when
my
I got
God.
off the bed, I thought it was like a 2-foot drop, but it was like 4, and I landed on my foot, and I remember the back of my heel.
What the
I
fuck?
back of my
bro.
heel stepped on the front of my toes,
Oh.
like it was like this with my foot, and it was like I heard a snap.
Me and you heard it.
They were. I think they're talking about being on tour, their hotel room, because there were a bunch of people. But yeah, I don't actually know that like when they were younger. I think. But like right now they're talking about like when they were on.
Because
I heard a
I
snap.
feel like a minor bone had to break.
Something, dude. My toes crooked to this day.
Also, I totally feel like that is the only story Nick had of like having like a proper injury.
I could show you my toe. Like I was looking at them yesterday because I had my feet out, and
Dogs
my feet are
out.
like this, and like this one on this side is like that a little bit, like compared
Ugh.
to the
Like a little
others.
hook.
Yeah, and also my
It's
ankle.
pointing
My
at
ankle
ya.
on my left foot has literally hurt since that day.
You need to go to the doctor, dude.
No, I do. Like I genuinely think
I thought they had separate rooms. 'Cause at least I don't know. I thought or like. It's at least like when they visit Boston. At least Nick has his own room. I don't know Matt and Chris. That's also I feel like a little too weird to act. Yeah, their house caught on fire. I think they said like right before COVID. Talking about it in one guest or car videos. I can't remember which one. I just remember them recently talking about it. They've also made like talking about it once. But like yeah, their house caught on fire.
I genuinely think there's like some internal bruising or something wrong that's like I need to
Yeah,
go get taken
You gotta
care
get
of.
checked out.
I just
dude.
want to go to a chiropractor and have
No.
him just yank on it and like pop it off.
But what
and
if that
then
makes
fix
it worse? If it's
I
like
don't know,
actually
but
like
I
torn?
definitely need to go get it looked at. Like I genuinely don't think I'll be
Speaking
able
of,
to walk
broken
on it in the
bones, I have
future.
another fact. Guess how many children break their bone at some point
Not
during
many.
childhood?
I guess that makes sense.
Actually, not many.
Like
None of
one
us-
out of
us
how
three
many
never have,
kids?
fair?
One out of how many kids?
I'd say like 1 out of like 80.
1 out of
80.
I'd say 1 out of 10 kids.
Yeah.
What do you say, Matt?
I said like 1 out of 8.
Ooh,
and then
No,
I'm like,
you're
oh.
wrong for sure.
Not 8,
I don't think-
not 10. Fuck. I feel like 1 out of fuck. I feel like 1 out of 50 kids break
I think
it.
so. I think just because us three
No,
have
it's
it,
way
you have
higher
to-
odds. I'm honestly 80's like a low. Like I'm thinking like 1 out of 120.
Okay, I think your perspective is really wrong because us three never have.
think of the amount of people that you know that have broken bones. I can name like 12, and I know a lot of people.
Keep in mind children.
Yeah, dude, like 1 in 120.
Nick, like you said, children are just always.
Chris with the answer. Shut
Okay,
the fuck
go ahead.
up.
1 in 3 healthy children break a bone at some point.
Idiot.
I should have stuck with 10. I was so close.
Childhood.
Goof, I told you. I said 1 out of 8, and you had me questioning if
I
was.
am shocked.
I'm not.
1 of 3. That means
You know how
one
many
of us
clumsy
3.
kids are just doing stupid
A
shit and
full
break
bone
bones?
break though is like wild.
Well, also, okay, I feel like they're also considering fingers and toes. Like, I feel like those get broken really easily. I feel like when you think of a broken bone, you think like a leg or an arm. And also, like, I don't know. Kids also, like, fall on their head. I don't know.
Snap a bone in your body in multiple
What?
pieces.
Yeah.
Well, like, you have to think about it. It's like not.
Not multiple. Well, like, yeah, I mean double.
It goes from at least 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But like,
Ah!
I don't think a nose counts as breaking your. It's like your nose's cartilage and stuff, but I get what you mean. Downstairs, ugh, yeah.
I think you have to think like, like I don't know.
Yeah, there's not really much to think about that. That's just
Let's
insane.
go through the rest of our injuries so that we can wrap up this pod.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a few experiences here that I've endured with wheels. I feel like I don't get along well with them, but
Wheels.
when I was carrying a chair and I had Heelys on, and I was
Oof.
sliding through the street with Heelys on, holding a chair, like a full chair above my head, and the Heelys were knocking me back, and I didn't want to fall back because I was like, oh, I can't help myself if I go back. So then I put all my momentum forward, and I still had wheels on my feet. So
Forward.
it's kind
Oh,
of
it was
can't really
so
find your
funny.
balance. So I slid, scraped my knee,
And
this
through
is
the-
like, dude, this is like 6 months ago, and I still have like the full mark. Like I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry, they still have healing. I'm sorry, this was 6 months ago?
It's not even like a scar.
But you threw
and
the
I threw
chair.
the chair,
Mhm.
neighbors turning on like their lights, dogs barking. So it was so funny. I remember like being so embarrassed, and then Matt was just laughing. Like,
Well,
one-
I asked if you were okay first. I helped you up, grabbed the chair, and then I started dying
My
laughing.
favorite
both
story
laughed.
of things on wheels is the wagon.
yeah, I have that one, which is there was 2 wagons we stacked up on top of each other.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
wanted to hit a dunk in our
This
backyard
was
'cause we
so
had a
funny.
basketball hoop. So I ran up as fast as I could, went to jump on the wagons, and obviously they were on wheels. I don't know why we put the wheel side down.
No, I don't think we did.
Whatever.
That was the thing.
The wagon.
Like the first one was balanced on the second, and that alone just swept it out.
Yeah, and then the wagon slid away, and I fell straight on my back, got the wind knocked out of me, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's
breathe.
like when like in like the action movies when they burst through like the glass wall, but he was hitting like the ground and his arms were going
Yeah.
back, and his body stopped. So it's like he hit and went.
Yeah, it was really
It was
painful.
fucking hilarious.
It's
Like,
so
genuinely,
funny.
he just immediately got up and was like, like there was
I
no
love that.
air in his body. He just got up and was like,
These kids keep getting hurt. Jesus Christ. Skylux, thank you for the fucking raid. Hello. I don't know why. What's up? Hi. Welcome, one and all to, I don't know, me watching Sturniolo Triplets Pod. Hello. Hi. I feel like I've gotten so much more awkward with the raid, mainly because it hasn't happened in a while. Hello. Fucking stretch. So much is happening. Hello there, random streamer. Hello there, random dude. I was not expecting it, fucking anything. But what's up? Welcome. I feel like I got another thing that happened a second ago. Guess not. Okay. No, yeah, I did. I was like, I got a follow sound. The fucking yoked bow. Thank you for the follow. I was like, I swear I heard someone. Thank you. Anyways, continue video.
like it looked like he had been like swimming for like 6 days, and he finally got his.
I love how funny you think that is.
Hello.
It was so funny when I found out you were okay.
Very nice to meet you.
You were like-
Exactly.
you got up, you were like, you were just gathering. all
Once-
your-
The goopy, grimy, slimy dude. Grimy, slimy dude. I'm great at reading. What's up? Jesus Christ. What's all this? Lots of new chaps. Yup. Handshake fancy.
You're okay. That's
so
when it's like
funny.
it's good to laugh, but no.
Okay, and then
And I was just laughing because we were like outside having fun, and then that happened. You gasped, and then like you didn't say anything to me and Matt. You just went
Nothing.
inside.
I just
Like,
ran
you started
inside.
crying, and like your little body like scurried inside. I was like, oh no.
And then another time with wheels, I was on a scooter that the alignment
handlebars
wasn't
didn't
right.
align
Like,
with the wheel.
you would have to hold the
I have
handle.
it. If
What?
if like this is the
No,
wheel,
you would have to hold the handlebars at like
75 degrees instead of
like 180 degrees. It would
What
have to
the
be like
fuck?
75 degrees
To go
To go
straight.
straight. So like the wheel is like
when
this,
you hold
but the handlebars are like this.
handlebars naturally, like a normal person on like a motorcycle or a scooter,
The wheel was like
the wheel was
angled
already
away.
facing to the
So
right.
you had to like line up the handlebars. I don't know why I was using a faulty scooter anyway, but I was trying to go from like a beach house to the beach, and I was hauling ass on the scooter, and it gave out on me, and I fucking scraped my hand.
No, I think you just forgot, and then you went to like take a turn, but you turned it too much.
I don't know. It was just really hard to use. The scooter was fucked up. And I slid on the concrete, ripped my sweatpants open, scraped my knee, scraped my leg, and then hurt my thumb really bad.
Oh,
These
that was
kids
also
get
another
hurt
funny
great
one.
story,
Nathan
but-
was there too. I remember he made fun of me a lot.
I would.
Nathan.
that was hilarious.
And then Nick, one day we had a little hockey banquet, so we went to a hotel, and they gave Nick a peppermint.
No.
Wait, what the fuck? They went to hockey banquets? How fucking good at hockey were these guys? Because, like, I know they've talked about, like, playing hockey before. Like, how good are they to actually, like, be doing, like, going to banquets? Or, like, I guess if you're just, like, on teams and. What the fuck?
No,
Sporty
it was like the
little
hockey banquet
athletic
was in a
kid.
hotel, and like the hotel.
I don't know why I keep calling them kids. They're, like, a year older than me. But, like, that's not the point. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep calling them kids. Because I think it was in the car video. They just kept calling all the fans little girls, and I'm like, what the fuck? How dare you? So I'm gonna keep calling you kids. Care that I'm younger than you.
Hotel lobby had one peppermint left, so I was gassed as fuck.
You're not allowed to say that to me. I'm Canadian. You cannot say that to me. Nope. Apologize.
Because I was the only one who had it, so I was like, "Fuck everybody! I have the last peppermint." So I put it in my mouth as I was like also skipping out of the building because I was like just a little excited child. And when I like took my initial skip and landed, like the mint just went straight into my throat.
I love that he was like, oh, kids don't even choke that much, and he's now talking about a story about him choking.
Couldn't breathe for like 4 minutes, and then I threw up everywhere.
Yeah, and then you got the mint dislodged from your esophagus.
Yeah, no one was giving me the Heimlich. Everyone was just waiting because no one knew how to do
Dad
it.
was gonna. Like, I remember
No,
he
my
was
dad-
like,
Why are you guys spelling hockey and maple? No. You can't do this to me. I'm Canadian. This isn't allowed. This isn't allowed. What the fuck? Mm-mm.
I was
patting
gonna,
your
but
back
he
or
just
something.
genuinely like was. I think everyone was more afraid.
Dad was so panicked.
Yeah, I remember after I actually threw up and like I could breathe and I was fine. He did not like put me down onto the ground
I agree. This podcast is great. We're having a great time, guys. Chillin'.
for like 40 minutes.
No,
like he was just
Dad
holding me
was
for like an
genuinely
hour, and I was crying
horrified.
because I thought that I was literally gonna die. Like
Also, you've missed the traumatic stuff of them talking about Matt almost dying because he got hit in the head with a fucking golf club. That was traumatizing to hear. But, like, goddamn. Homie could have died.
I
Yeah.
could not breathe.
I remember just being a bystander. Like, what the fuck?
The fuck's the Mighty Ducks movie? What the hell is that? My god, I know! Like, his brother accidentally hit him in that fucking head with a fucking golf club. And almost died.
What if he
Yeah.
dies right in front of me right now?
Let me have some
What?
Being a bystander.
an hour, and I was crying because I thought that I was literally gonna die. Like
Yeah.
I could not breathe.
I remember just being a bystander. Like, what the fuck? What if he
Yeah.
dies right in front of me right now?
Let me.
Okay. Maybe I'm forgetting something because I have awful memory. But now, because of Nick's, like, choking and Matt almost dying by getting hit in the head, 2 out of 3 of the triplets almost died at one point. And Chris hasn't said anything about almost dying. But goddamn, that's crazy.
We have some just other funny stories. I got pushed playing tag when I was younger and popped out my shoulder and had to go to the
What?
nurse's office and get it reset. What else is there? Nick, when he was bowling, he had to get a splint because Matt
Oh my
like hit him
god!
with
This
a-
is like the prime example of Matt's stupidity. Shut up, Nick.
Matt
I was
hit Nick
holding a
with a-
Shut up,
bowling
Nick.
ball, and I was getting ready to bowl it. But we were at like this kid's birthday party at a bowling alley, and
True. One more, and we have a turkey. I think that's like some sports. Well, Matt is clearly fine now, but Jesus Christ. Hashtag save Matt.
Like, not to bash on some random kid's birthday party, but there was no like organization of like there was no
It was
no, there was no
lanes, they were just
organization
letting
like
the kids
oh
throw the balls
like
down.
you 4 kids are playing on this lane. Like they rented 3
Justice for
lanes,
Nick.
but then invited like 20 people to the birthday party. But instead of like splitting us up into groups to bowl like one at a time, like they were just like kind of like free for all throw bowling balls at the pins. So like no one took turns. So I went to bowl, and then Matt basically also went to bowl and threw it, somehow hit my hand with a bowling ball. So my finger got crushed between the bowling ball I was holding and the bowling ball Matt threw at me.
Yeah.
I wonder if that kind of counts as like breaking a bone, because like your fingers are still bones. So maybe that is the 1 in 3. Have our 1 in 3 kids breaking their fucking bones. Like that counts as breaking a bone.
And we
Nick
have a
broke a bone.
classic. We were decorating like this thing, this big ovular structure with ribbon, and Nick passed the ribbon over like it was like a 40-foot toss, and Nick, I think it was you, right?
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
was like a streamer or like a ribbon, and Nick threw it, and it hit my lip and cut my lip open. My lip like wouldn't stop bleeding. It was like dead center. I have a scar there too. Like if I smile really wide, you'll see like the white line. I'm not doing it because it's awkward.
No, I have the same scar.
Yeah.
Because I had a staph infection from EpiPen.
And then
Why the fuck do they have the same scar? Also, EpiPen. I feel like they haven't talked about allergies, but I feel like they also like mention things that sound like they have allergies. And these people with allergies could never be me.
let's end it off with a classic, my wrist.
Dude.
Okay.
Why you gotta say it?
Matt and Chris were arguing, and I was recording them, and then it was like Matt's turn to shoot the ball in basketball, and Chris didn't want to give it to him. So Matt was like, "Give me the ball," and Chris hucked it at him at like 100 miles
like
per
10,
hour.
I think.
And Matt, instead of like wanting to
threw my
catch the
hand
ball,
up
he
to
was like
stop
Iron
it.
Man it, like stop it midair.
like 11.
So when Matt like wanted 11 to like stop the ball from hitting his body, the ball hit like his palm.
Honestly, Matt gives the energy that Nick also gives that energy. I feel like Chris. But also, if you're allergic to peanuts, you talk about it. I don't think any of them are. They definitely have allergies of some kind. Also, I don't think that's how triplets work. I don't think otherwise they all would have almost.
And pushed his wrist
Full,
back.
No, it went like this, and my full hand went like
And he
that.
goes, He was like,
and
"My
starts
wrist," and I
crying.
have it on video. I just don't know where.
Also,
it
again, someone hurting Matt. Hashtag save Matt.
is.
Oh, it was so funny.
I think it's like somewhere like deep,
But
like
anytime
an old
anybody mentioned,
iPod
like,
or something.
hand
I think the only reason Nick looks tired is like the black hoodie and like kind of it like flattening his hair down. It makes
wrist pain
He
to
used to
this
just
day.
yell, "My wrist!"
I still get made fun of for that.
It was so funny. We were like 8.
Well, yeah, that was some of our childhood stories and our funny injury moments. This was probably my favorite podcast.
I know,
I
I
think
had
this
a-
is fun.
a bl-
This was a great one for me to pick. It's like maybe this might be. I don't think Nick is emo. I was like, I don't know if I should, just because I haven't like watched your podcast since the first one. So I was like, I don't know. But I think this was a good idea. This was a great idea. This was a lot of fun.
So if you want to hear more, just like
Let us know
stories
just
that
what
we
you
have
want us to talk
and
about.
less injuries.
Your
stuff, because This is the
allergies.
more injury side of things, but I still.
I'm so
enjoyed this
We're
curious.
absolutely
episode.
down to talk about anything here on the Cut the Camera podcast. Just let us know what you want us to talk about. We will see you guys when we see you guys. Have an absolute wonderful time, and as always, just be more careful. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, be more
That,
safe,
that's,
Stay
that
safe
could
out
be.
there.
kind to
What's
everybody.
the
Look out for your siblings.
what's
if
the
you're gonna,
word
like, fight.
or sentence of what our life is like off camera based off what we talked about today?
I'll say chaotic. I'll throw classic chaotic out there.
Scary.
Whoa.
I'd say just life altering.
Oh my god.
I'd just
I
say
don't know.
proceed with
Sorry.
caution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch your
and
kids.
Thank
Yield.
You,
Yeah.
Chris. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm Matt. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm Nick, and thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye, campers.
No, it's
I was waiting
not.
for you to say it,
I don't
but
say bye.
it's
just
just
say
only
good
good morning,
morning.
campers. Okay.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Love you all.
That's insane, Matt. I know.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to restart that. I love that Matt always has like a ending video bit, because like in like the regular videos he has like the fucking scream. Now he has make weird noises at the end of the. Anyways, since the podcast, this was a lot of fun. Great stream, a lot of fun. Thank you to the raid. It's by Skylux. I think it was fucking discombobulated by. Yeah, this was fun. See ya tomorrow. Stream. Don't know. Check that out tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Peace. Love. Bye bye. Yeah, ending already. You guys came near the end. But bye bye.